weekend. It's the weekend. Yay. It's Saturday night. So just bear with me a quick second here. Yeah, there we go. And then tilt this a little bit. Make sure that my microphone is at a max. And I'm hoping that you guys can see me just fine. That you'll be able to see what I'm doing just fine. So it's Saturday night. My daughter says she wants food. Saturday night, we usually don't make much fuss in the kitchen. But she wanted food, so she put some rice to steam in the trusty old rice cooker over here. I'll check on it in a minute. The timer went off. And I am cooking up some veggie dish. What exactly am I making? Well, there's this vegetarian option that you can buy in a can. I've just tossed it out. Sorry, guys. So I had that here. It's all diced up, sliced up. And I have some butter beans, some Jamaican butter beans. Now I'm going to add my veggies that I like to put in when I'm cooking. I've already had the onion, a piece of thyme, and rosemary. I'm dropping a sliced scallion, some red pepper, some chopped cilantro, and grated I've grated some ginger. If you know, I'm all about that ginger, right? Being dropped over. So now I'm going to put a little coconut in this dish. Just because I love me some coconut. If you've been watching for a while, you know Andrea loves coconut. Right? I love coconut. So for me, that will be the perfect finish. So I'm just going to get that together real quick. I'm using the powdered coconut. I could use the canned because I do have it. But I'm going to be making some bread after this. So because I'm going to be making some bread, I'm just going to mix some coconut milk because I am going to use coconut milk in my dish and in my bread. So coconut milk is what I'm going to focus on in this bread. I'll put some other stuff, but I'll focus on coconut milk this time around. I've already boiled up the water, and because I'm going to try to move real quick, you guys are not going to see me doing all of this, but trust me when I say that I'm getting it all sorted out behind the scenes. So I've added the coconut powder. Getting the boiled water now. And I'm mixing that in. I'm using a fork to do the mixing. The reason being that when you use a fork, it's not the same as a whisk, but because of the space between the teeth of the fork, you know, fork has teeth. Yeah, most forks have 4. So do this. What happens is that it works similar, and that's the reason why a lot of people, when they're whisking eggs, you say they use a fork. Some people use a spoon still, but I use a fork. And just like that, my coconut milk is ready. I'm just gonna pour a bit over it because I want to get that rich coconut goodness in this pot. So I have it on low, and that's good. It would allow it to simmer, come together. We call it reduction, coconut reduction, because I'm using coconut milk directly into the pot. So once it get really frothy and the texture thickens, and then this is good to go. Just remember, I didn't add any salt to this, but I did put a bit of salt in the coconut milk. So I'll see how it's tasting now. Very good. Hi, Jamaat. Fatima, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. This is tasting really good now. There's just a few spices that I really like when I'm cooking up savory dishes. I like to use ground cumin. Oh, I'm making a veggie dish, protein dish to go with some steamed rice and a tossed salad. That's what I'm cooking up right now. My daughter says she wants food using a bit of cardamom because it gives a nice flavor. I'm going to drop a bit of nutmeg in there. A lot of people don't know, but nutmeg is a great spice to add when you're cooking savories. So I'm just going to put like a pinch, literally. This is fresh ground nutmeg that we make at home. So just take the, yeah, so now this is perfection. But because I added those late, I'm going to add a little bit more coconut milk to the pot. Give it another couple more minutes. And then this is ready. And I'll show you guys how to plate it. I think a big mistake people do when they cook, they don't plate properly. And so the food is not appealing to them. They don't find it appetizing. For me, that's a big deal. I like my food plated in an attractive way so that it makes me want to eat. So I'm going to show you how I would plate something like this so that the family want to dig in. I'm going to grab a plate so I can do that real quick and show you guys. So hubby made some tossed salad for me just now. Well, not for me, for the family. So I'm just gonna put some on the, whoa. I just had an accident, guys. Ooh, thank God no one else was around. That dish just got shattered everywhere. And thank God my pot is covered. Let me show you. Look on my floor, guys. Look at that. Can you see it? Everywhere. I'm just gonna use my foot, slide the pieces away so no one gets hurt. Just gonna group it all together. I'm gonna turn off the stove so that I don't get distracted and burn that food. That is so good right now. Make sure I get all the splinters. And I'll ask hubby to clean it up. I think some went under the heating vent. But I'm good. No harm to me. Thank you. It is delicious. Trust me when I say I love cooking. I'm a big foodie. So my food must not just look good. It must taste good. I'm one of those picky vegetarians. If you've ever heard of them. You know, they talk about vegetarians who are hard to please. That's me. That's me. So let's try that once more. You know, it's interesting. I've had those plates for years. And in recent time, I think I broke all except now the last bowl. Guess it's time for me to change. I need a rice spoon. Yep, found it. So I want to quickly show you guys how I would plate a dish. And this dish took literally half an hour from start to finish to prep everything. My daughter, when she did the rice, I don't think she had enough water in there. So it did not steam out properly. But it should be fine now because I added some extra water and put it back on to steam. I'm hoping that all the uncooked grains are now cooked. So I'm gonna dish out hubby's dinner. So the rice stays heated. I'm just gonna dig down to the bottom of the spot just because I'm not trusting. Yeah, that looks cooked, right? Yeah. So I'll take from the bottom while I dish his dinner, and then I will push what's on top to the bottom because it's on the warming setting now. Whatever is there over time, it will get fully steamed out. My daughter is a foodie too, so I guess we're all foodies technically. So now this is done. My pot is ready. I've got a plate over here. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to put this, tap it in, just like that. Look how that looks cool, right? And then I'm not going to toss this bowl. Well, maybe I will, because it looks too... Hey guys, I was going to put the plate and put the protein in the plate, because that's an option that a lot of time we don't do. I'm just shifting it a little bit, but it looks too cute to disturb. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to put some tossed salad with it as a side. And then I'll dish out. So he did some quick tossed salad. Nothing fancy, just cucumber, tomato, and some sweet pepper and lettuce. My daughter is not a big fan of tomatoes, except if it's in tomato sauce on a pizza or lasagna. Can you imagine? These kids, such picky eaters. But hubby loves a good salad. So do I. I realized lately that I've started to bloat a little bit more, and I realized that it's because I'm not sure what the excitement is for hubby. He's watching the news. So you heard that scream. It wasn't me, it was hubby. Why? I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. Thank you, babes. You heard? I'm streaming. But go ahead. You can take it from me. Some is underneath the vent. Thank you. All right. And your dinner is ready. I'm just gonna put your protein in now. And look at that. Do you want the onion? I'm not a fan of onions. I don't do good with onions, but he's okay with it and he's asked for it. I don't know, do I have it chunky? He still wants it. So I'm just gonna rest it in the side here. It's like a grilled onion now because I seared it on the part that was cut. Even though I do not eat onions and scallion, I still cook with it and he'll eat it. So that works out. And there we go, just like that. I've plated up his dinner. And he's getting dinner in under half an hour. There we go. Dinner is served. So, hubby's dinner is served. And I'm hoping that you guys are able to hear me good and clear just now. Thank you. It is delicious. So, I just remember that I did not make sure this was disconnected from Bluetooth because I find that when it's on, my mic gets messed up. So I literally figured that's the problem nowadays. So I have to turn off my Bluetooth. So I'm so sorry if I didn't have it off. If you weren't able to hear before. And now he gets to eat what I have prepared. I'm going to let him eat. You guys can see in real time that this food is enjoyed. It's not something that I make up when I say that he likes my food. And I'm gonna try to take a picture of it just because when I go to post stuff, usually I don't have anything to show. So yeah, that's looking delicious. You want a salad dressing, babes? Are you okay with that? Most time we don't use salad dressing. So that's a good thing. And as you can see, even though I had a lot of milk in it when I was cooking it, by the time it's steamed out, no milk is left. There's no milk left. Sorry, babes. I saw something crawling just now and I'm like, what is that? So I went my daughter would say I got all aggressive there. So now I'm going to share something for myself and baby girl. Ooh, I forgot I had something in the oven. Oh my goodness. I hope it's not dried out. A friend of mine made some traditional cornbread for me and I put it to warm and I completely forgot that it was in the oven. So I'm hoping it's not too dried out and that we can still get some use out of it. Ooh. It looks good. Yay, yay. Andrea, dinner's ready. She asked for dinner and now she disappeared. Probably watching something on her phone. So yeah, this is a vegetarian or vegan cornbread. It is made with coconut milk. Goodness. Cornmeal, spices. Want a piece? You don't want any?
Maybe.
You sure? It can go. Oh, this is good. This is good. You want a piece of cornbread with your dinner? It may have been in there too long because I forgot it was there. That was the first timer, and I couldn't remember what it was for. It was for the cornbread. Ah, that looks soft and nice. She always make good cornbread. Too hot. I'm being piggy. Yeah, so he's eating. I need to share something for myself now. I can get a bite before I go making bread. So what was your day like, guys? What did you do? Oh, thank you, Daniel Jolly. He's having fun. As you can tell, he's eating up everything. Nothing's being left behind. Say hi to my viewers, babes. Just to give a wave. I've been taking from the bottom just to make sure that everything is fully cooked. I know you don't care. All right, don't cover. I'm going to take some out. Take what you want. Salad's on the counter. And be careful. You make sure you wear slippers because you see the water? Not the water. The other plate to that little white square one, fell and broke from me just now. Ooh. I know, right? Your dad cleaned up some of it, but it's not all cleaned yet. So be careful when you're walking. What happened? You okay? Mm-hmm. I just don't want them mixed yet, and I mixed them. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it plugged in so that whatever greens are not fully cooked, it will be steamed up. Mm-hmm. So using coconut milk in a dish like this, especially because I use a little bit of rosemary, it gives a Thai fusion taste to it. So don't be afraid to experiment with your flavors. If you like something, try it. Like I like rosemary, so I'm willing to give it a try because I don't have any sage at the moment in the fresh sage. and I don't have any fresh basil. So because of that, I try the rosemary as an alternative, and I find it gives a good flavor. So because of that, I'm always willing to experiment a little bit. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of this goodness on top of my rice or beside my rice. I usually like the gravy because the gravy, when you have it on the rice, tastes so good. But guess what, guys? The heat from the stove sucked up all that extra gravy. So I did one plating with Hubby. I'm doing a different plating for myself. And my daughter also did a completely different plating. She likes her rice pressed into the side. So hers look different from mine and Hubby's. As mine look different from his and hers. Is that cool? Yeah, so apparently the salad that's made is not to her satisfaction.
I thought like other things in my salad, I just like cucumber and lettuce.
You can take out the cucumber and lettuce. There's a lot. Look, you want me to give you some?
No, it's too much work, and I like my candy. You know how I like my
You're so
candy.
picky.
Yeah. I wonder who's my mother.
Did you hear that conversation, guys? The picky mommy is complaining about the picky daughter. But yeah, mine looks a bit full because I'm using a smaller plate. By rights, I should have used the larger plate so that this actually looked very presentable. It still looks presentable, but once I put the salad in it, it looks a bit messy. That's the word I'm going to use, messy. That was me tearing a piece of saran wrap to cover my coconut milk while it sits for me a minute or two. You know, by rights, I should not do that. I should just go ahead and start the bread. Ooh, babes, you want more? But you're done with your salad and you're done with your protein. You sure you don't want more? Oh, your belly full. Okay. Watch this, guys. I made cake. This is vegan. That's all that's left of this one. See? That is so good. We've been eating, but I've been picking a lot at it. I say picking because every time I go around and come back and I see it, I'm like, so good. So I'm going to show you what I do to make up bread. Keep it rather simple. What? It might have a little spice to it, like pepper, but not. I don't think it's much. This is my daughter's plating. She'll drop her lettuce and cucumber over there, but hers is different, as you can see, than how I plated my hubby's. Mine is completely different. I did the rice bowl in the center. Then I put the protein a little bit on and around, and I put the lettuce to the side. So that's why I said I should have used the larger bowl. Then that way I could have just put the complete layer around. So I have that triple layer happening. But I was being lazy. Thank you, God, for my food. Blessed make connection to my body. I pray, hallelujah, amen. So I dig in now. I taste this goodness. Rice by my daughter. The protein is me, and the salad is hubby.
Oh
Just like that.
That's so cute.
Family cooks together, stays together.
This is mine.
The spices are nice, not too hot. It's not too calm. It's a perfect blend. Good. Cornbread babes. So I'm gonna run you off my screen now. Hi. What's that question, babes? Did they say? That comment? There's a comment on the screen, but I'm away from. Okay, hi. Thanks for stopping by. Before, sure to check out my channel. And you're gonna have to shift that a little bit. Thank you. So I'm just gonna start my bread. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get anything out of this flour. It's been sitting for a while and I haven't used it. So I'm gonna use a sieve and see. If little people are in it, then it's a no-no. But if there's no little people in there, I'll go ahead and use it. All right, so. Hi guys, thank you. It is. It's this kind of comfort food you want, but something you forget you can whip up in your home in less time that it takes for you to place an order and it be delivered, right? So yeah. Hi. Hey guys. Family cooking and baking and eating together. That's what's happening right now. On a Saturday night, I'm putting in some sugar. Just because the sugar will go ahead and activate the yeast. Now to get your bread super, super soft. Oh, really? Your mom is making that? That's cool. Go, mommy. I'm putting in some. No. Yeah. I'm putting in some melted butter because that helps with the final taste of your bread. And I'm going to put in a bit of olive oil.
This looks like you made the pizza dough.
Yeah, this is basically, it's my daughter's like, that's how you make the pizza dough. Yeah, so that's typically, if you want a soft, moist bread or dough, you add these things. So it's the milk that makes the difference. Now, because I've already added.
It's so good.
Yeah. I'm putting in active yeast. This is like a tablespoon and a half. And because the sugar is already in there, I don't have to do anything.
They just said good again.
Beautiful. Thank you. And that's all I do to make sure I get a good dough. So if I want to ensure the best bread, what I will do now is sift a little bit of flour in this. So it will help. Not going to use that one, baby girl. Not yet. Because it's been sitting there for a while. Although it's in a bag, I'm not sure if it's good. So I'm not going to use it yet.
I think that's a dead thing inside it.
Dead thing? I'm going to have to sift it separately. So I'm just going to get like a cup of flour, regular flour. And I'm going to go ahead and sift that into this mixture.
I was so excited and then disappointed when I thought I saw squash.
Oh, yeah. That's what I missed. I was trying to figure out what it is that I did not put in there. I didn't put any squash in there this time. And I'm like, Andrea, you always put something else in there. What is it? Because you called me so suddenly, you're like, I'm hungry. I want food. So, are you saying that I starved you? Hear this child. She's been saying that since yesterday. I mean, like, are you telling these folks who are watching now that your mommy starves you?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say? Mm-hmm. Please, guys, remember, subscribe, help me grow my channel, build this community. We can have some fun time together, The
more people she gets watching, the more often I get to eat.
That's not true. Well, that's a nice one. Oh, my goodness. When have I ever starved you? It's just because you're picky about what you want to eat. You're like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm going to put a little bit more. A little bit more of the powdered coconut milk. And there's one thing that I need to add in that I don't have ready right now. And that's my flaxseed. A lot of people use eggs in bread, and the reason why, because the bread is softer because of the eggs. So oil, milk, and eggs give you a much softer yielding bread. I'm gonna test this flour. Can you give me the sieve, please? I'm gonna check out this flour to see if I can use it because it's whole wheat, and I would combine the two if it's good. Yeah.
I never saw that shit.
That's from, she's talking about her dad's t-shirt, what's on the back of it. So he used to do some, I don't see anything walking. That's a good sign.
Walking. Keyword walking.
So it could possibly be there and be dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, I shouldn't say dead. It could be unalived because it suffocate. So let's see.
It could lose its life force.
Yeah. I forget this is wheat flour. So even if there's things, it's not going to be so readily visible, except they're darker so you can see them.
Ooh.
So I'll use this. I'll mix it in here. Doesn't smell any way weird. Sorry, baby girl.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stir this in. You going into my food? You've eaten. You took what you want. The pot is on the stove. Like, I'm not stopping you from going back if you want to.
You started me yesterday. You're not starting me now. This food tastes so good. I love you.
Nice try. So the only thing I need in this to make it what I want is my you tried the cornbread. Your dad did, right? You tried cornbread?
Oh,
Charmaine's cornbread? You want a piece?
oh, Charmaine.
Yeah.
Ends with an E,
Yes.
not an N.
Yeah, that one she baked.
The one who
All right,
said
so
she's leaving for 2 weeks and I'm gonna have to wait to get my share.
yes.
The one that I am now going to enjoy eating every bite.
Yeah, she brought it last week.
I know. She made me deliver it to you.
Okay, so guys, I did it's as nice as it used to be, as it usually is, or
Even better.
it's even better.
Well, it's a little dry, just to you.
I left it in the oven like for an hour, and it was
Yeah,
only
I
supposed to be there for 15
I
minutes.
know. I said it's drier thanks to you.
So earlier, I did no, this is
I want to guess. Anise.
no, it's not.
Clove.
Yes, it is. Third time.
That's a charm.
Yeah. So I did a whole lot. I don't usually do that much of it, but I did a lot, and so it's baked into my grinder. So what I find that when I grind cloves, it comes out a bit coarse, and I want to make sure that I'm gonna shift the camera a little bit so I can span over here for me, please. Not move it. I said just shift. Okay, fine. You just
So picky.
yeah, I'm
Not
being
just
picky.
with your food.
Yeah. All right. So this is ground cloves, and I want it all.
So that's what.
I want to take a bite. I'm hungry now. Smelling all of these stuff make me hungry.
Right here.
I know.
You're not starving. Unlike me yesterday.
Whatever. Yeah. So I was always explaining. I find out when I do cloves, sometimes there's some extra chunks that get hidden because I do too much, like I did just now. So I'm just gonna let it sit because when you grind the spices, they get moist. That moist is not in there. They're dry. But because the properties are being exposed when you grind it, it gets really, really moist. So I never measure my flaxseed. I just pour and I grind. And I find like with these things, I'm done, so I'm putting it away. I find out with flaxseed, you can never have too much because it's an egg replacer. And because it's an egg replacer, it's moisture that you need for whatever you're making. Now, that's a good grind. Yeah, that's a good grind, guys. So I won't grind it anymore. I'll just pop it right into my batter. When you're doing it as an egg replacer in cakes, you typically want to add some warm water to make it get real gummy. The same nature as you would with eggs because it's an egg replacer. But like how I'm making a bread, it's just another ingredient. And that once the moisture hits it, it will give it the same properties. So because I have already added milk in here, and it's a bit on the wetter side, what will happen is that as it combines with the other ingredients in the bowl, it will just naturally gel together. So I'll cover it and set it aside. It's still a little warm to it, which is enough to keep the yeast active. So it's not too wet, which is good. It means this dough will be workable faster. And I'm still using that initial fork that I had. And so I have a loose dough. Alexa, set a 10 minutes timer. So that will be covered now. And because it's covered, it makes the yeast work faster. And that's it. That's the start for my bread. If I want, I can add a little bit more milk in it to work it. But I prefer to use butter to work it because it gives you a richer, sweeter taste when you're done. So now I got a chance to take a bite. Hey, babes, can you bring me a damp paper towel? Or you can take this one and do it for me. And I'm going to take a bite, guys. Hopefully, time I'm done eating, I will see what I want to see with my bread. And then I will go ahead and add the additional ingredients. And I'll make a couple loaves tonight. Thank you. You can check for the other rest of splinters for me, please. Towards the fridge side. I got a nice bump of ginger in that bite. That's so good. If you like to cook and bake, trust me when I say you need to get one of these mats. I've had this for over 2 years. And it's been so handy. But I'm sad because I don't know what I was doing. I have a couple cuts on it. So, yeah. And just like that, my surface that I'm working with is clean. That tastes so good. Now, we don't readily use salad dressing. This is a vegetarian chicken type, and that comes in a can. I think it's called fried chick, but I tossed the tin in the garbage, so I'm not gonna go picking it out. They have like veggie steak too. That's in cans. And by veggie, they're vegetarian. Some of them use dried egg yolks and such and things like that. Some of them don't. I personally prefer to make my own. But this is a hearty, good, very basic, very simple dinner. And I use butter beans. See that? Butter beans. So good. So as a vegetarian, you have options. You can make things from scratch completely. You can buy some things that you know are safe to eat and combine it with your other stuff that you have at home and make up a complete dinner. One that you know your family is going to enjoy. And it's even better when the entire family can cook together, right? If you're single, then what I'd recommend is that you, when you cook, portion out your stuff so that it can serve you for a longer period. So you can cook something like this, and then it will become your lunch for the entire week. You don't have to worry going to work. What am I going to eat? You already have your lunch ready. Tomato is so sweet. Say they knew the family and are stunned by the news. There's a chain lock on the door, so they had to once the chain lock down, gain access to the unit. And after that, police, ambulance, there were 8 police officers, 2 ambulances, paramedic service, and I'm 100% one of those persons who believe that your food must look good for you to want to eat it. And that's why I make an effort to plate the food. Because that's half the enjoyment, right? Neighbors say they had just seen the family days before. I also remember receiving a package for one dress at my house for Christmas. The mother came over a couple days before Christmas, and she was so excited to meet her son and upset. But I think we're not by mistake. So she seemed like a really nice lady. The kids were playing all the time. So for now, police are on guard outside the apartment at this complex in Derry. Police say they are in no position to release any new information until their investigation is complete. Shopkeeper investigators. The coroner is mourning the sudden loss of a child. The zoo says 13-year-old Kiko became confident for opening in an area of his behind-the-scenes habitat yesterday. He panicked and according to the zoo, I'm just quietly eating, guys. Growing up, my grandmother had this rule: you couldn't eat and talk. The director of wildlife care, Toronto Zoo, says they are puzzled as to what exactly went wrong. There's other news stories because being left behind the scenes stories for over a decade now, and that's what makes this even more sort of difficult for us to comprehend. He shifted in the last 10 years. So he is what was back in the issues which he used to be with wildlife care. If you're someone who don't like rice or bread or pasta, those are the standard complements to a vegetarian dish. Then you can just have the protein and salad, and that's perfectly fine. I've done that many times. Just a salad and the protein. It's just as filling. I think we just habitually get accustomed to having some other sides with our protein, so we do. But truth be told, we don't have to eat it. Was found to be under the influence of alcohol, and that police conducted 2 breathalyzer tests. We don't want anybody's children Vegetable tastes so good. So it's almost 10 minutes. And you see this is pushing up a bit. I wasn't planning to eat online, guys. I promise you. But it allows me to get some fuel in. You know, I'm always talking about eating for life rather than living to eat. I rather eat to live, don't live to eat. So I'm intentional in what I put in my body. That was good. I'm feeling stuffed already and I'm not done. And I did not get around to having the cornbread yet. Alexa, stop. So my 10 minutes are up. I'm going to try to stuff the rest of this into my... No, I'm not going to try. I'm going to eat a little bit, another bite or two. But I'm going to admit it, I'm full. Because I can eat the rest of the salad. Eating salad is good for me. So the greens give you the B. The reds give you the trying to remember now. Reds give you A. I think purple gives you K. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I used to remember this by heart. So I was intentional with my vegetables from I was a teenager. I became a vegetarian as a teenager. So I knew I had to eat veggies that were red, green, yellow, and purple. That would give my body all the nutrients that it needs. It would appear that the vegetables were the most things in my plate that I was leaving behind, so I'm just eating them out. I'm not a big fan of romaine lettuce, but that's what hubby got this time, so we work with it. I think I did good. I ate all my veggies. I think you can see another sliver off. I'm not sure. Maybe the piece of onion could be a piece of the bean. That was the bean. Okay, so I made it. Not bad. The last spoon of rice go into the bin. But I did good. I think I did very good. So it means that next time I make something like this, I'm just going to have salad and the protein. I'm not even going to try to have the rice if I do rice. So I'll show you guys how I get the dough together for the bread. Make sure I have my melted butter. Put that to the side. So that's, see, it's coming together good. I can smell the whole wheat flour in it. I'm gonna toss this. See if I can get some more use out of what's left from that flour. I want my oil and my butter close by. I'm gonna use those. And I'm gonna try sifting out the rest of the whole wheat. I think I got this flour maybe 6 or so months back. Could be a little longer. According to this, it's best. Ooh, according to this, it's expired. That means I had it longer than that. I'm just thinking it was a shorter time. But we'll see. It's whole wheat. It's a great source of fiber. I'm going to sift. I didn't see, when I say I don't see anything living in it, I'm talking about wWill. wWill like to grow in flour and rice. Especially if it's open, then you leave it unattended for a while. But whole wheat flour or non-white flour, it's a good source of fiber. I'm leaving this. I'm not going to try to get that out. I'm going to need a bit more flour. I'm going to add some white flour. This is a regular flour. You guys would have seen some of my videos where I use lentils to make bread. No flour. And what I want to try to do next, maybe red peas or mung bean. I think that would be good to make bread. Mung bean. I haven't tried it. But I love the way mung bean tastes. I think that would be a good thing to use to make bread. Okay. I'm pouring it in here. Directly into the bowl. I know it looks like a lot, but trust me. It's not. I've used 3 cups of flour, white flour just now that I've sifted out. And about a cup and a half or a quarter of the whole wheat. The reason why I went back to using the fork just now is because the dough is still sticky and I want some of that moisture to be absorbed by the flour before I put my hand in. That way it's not too sticky on my gloves. I'm going to use some of this melted butter. I just left the butter out and it just naturally melted. I'm going to put a little bit in. I'm going to put a little bit of the olive oil as well. So you notice the moisture to the flour that I've added is the oils, whether it be the butter or the olive oil. And I'm using that to work in my dough because I don't have a dough mixer, so I do this by hand when I do it. But I'm so tired of this store bread. You okay, babes? I'm so tired of store bread. It tastes artificial. And there's no moisture in it. I tried it the other day. It was tasting so bad. Okay, so this was all coconut milk I used for this bread. I need a little bit more moisture. So I'm going to get a little bit more coconut milk to add it to this. Just making sure my cornbread is covered so when I'm ready, there's no creepy crawly in there. I say that. If you ever lived in an apartment, you understand what I mean. I'm just going to add a little bit of the milk powder, coconut milk powder. Not much, like a quarter cup amount. And I'm going to add a bit of warm water to this. And I'm putting a bit of salt in there. This way, what I learned from a family friend many years ago is that when you're baking, especially breads, you don't have to put the salt directly in the dough. Sometimes I do. Don't get me wrong now. I want a sticky dough. When I put this to sit, to double, I want a sticky dough. So that's why I'm getting a little bit more milk. And allow it, the dough that I already have, to absorb the rest of the flour that I added to this bowl just now. Initially, I used like a cup, I think it was like a cup and a quarter of milk. So that won't use as much flour as, say, what I did the other day when I was making the cornmeal dinner rolls. For that, I had used like 2.5 cups or more of liquid. So I used like about 8 or 10 cups of flour with that one. I made a lot of rolls. And I even made a loaf of bread from it. So there we go. That's a good dough. So I like to leave a sticky dough to rise, mainly because I get a better yield bread. Wow, the US is invading Venezuela. That's what's happening right now. Interesting. Why would the US wanna? Yeah, I just heard the word. I was saying, is it their oil? But then, yeah, I heard. They did the same thing with Iraq back before. History repeats itself. Sometimes when you see these things happening, you don't have to wonder what's causing the. And I know I may offend someone who's American online here now, but it's the truth. America typically go and get involved in the politics of leaders that would perhaps intervene with them accessing the resources that they have in their country prevalently. And that's been it's the norm. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I have a little bit extra coconut milk. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil. Not too much, just a little bit. I'll work it in with the coconut milk. I think this is gonna give me a very good yield whole wheat bread. So now I'm just making sure that it's worked in to the entire dough. And it might look like, hey, that's way too much. But as you see, I work it in. It almost disappears right before your eyes. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of the sifted flour that I have. Just a little bit, nothing much.
Yeah. Canada does a thing from serious when you say Canada they keep the food.
Countries don't have to do anything to the great United States for them to go to war with them. They have the resources, they'll do it. The history is there to show. They did it with India, they did it with Guam, they did it with, not India, I meant Hawaii. That's just me talking politics or geopolitics right now because I'm hearing it in the background while I'm doing this. So I'm making mention of it. So yeah. The easiest way to take something from somebody is to attack them. But we put up different labels or excuses as to why. And I've always said we can justify anything. It doesn't make it right. Just a drizzle of milk left. I'll put a little bit more butter on there. Just a little bit more melted butter. The reason why I'm doing this, I want to make sure there's no hard surfaces when this is set to rise. Alexa, set a half an hour timer. That's how long it should take for this to double in its size. So the yeast is very much active. And as you can see, it's moist all around my hand. Yeah, that's the outer part of this dough, and it's all through the dough. So what this means is that I'll get a very pliable dough when this sits to rest for half an hour. Yeah, I don't need that flour. I'm not gonna need that flour. Well, I find out when you do your bread dough this way, what happens is that when you put the dough to proof, so I'm putting it to set to double. You'll hear bakers say they're proofing their dough. This is what's happening now. The dough is gonna sit for half an hour. Sorry, had a little hiccup there. Yeah, so just rinsing my hands here, guys. I'm gonna get some saran wrap to cover my dough and put a dish towel over it. And I'm gonna let that sit for half an hour. Most times I do it for 45 minutes, but this dough is very soft, so I expect that in half an hour it should be doubled, because just now 10 minutes was sufficient for it to double up. So now that I've added the flour that I need to make it a loaf of bread, I believe that half an hour will be sufficient. I'm just going to cover it. It's covered snug and nice. And putting a dish towel over it. And that will stay for half an hour. And I'll be good. Now, I'm not sure if I should. I feel like I should make some coconut rolls. But the coconut is in the freezer. I'm not about fighting with it right now. I'm just cleaning up my surface, as you can see, so that when it comes time to shape, I have it clear and clean. And just like that, my surface is ready to go again. So I'm going to cover this so I can use it to make my coconut rolls. My cinnamon coconut rolls, I should say. Most likely we'll do it tomorrow. I need a couple loaf tins. So I'm going to make 2 loaves. So I have this one from when I did the corn. I'm just going to wash it. So that bread is so good. I have just a bump left. Just a bump of it left. And I mean, I can't wait to have it. Well, I can wait, but when I say I can't wait, I mean it's so good. So what I do is I just butter it up and wrap it in a piece of parchment and foil paper and stick it in the oven and let it get warmed in the oven. Oh my goodness. It is so good. So I'm gonna do a plated bread just because it's fun to do. So what I'll do when that is ready is to do 3 rolls and plait it like you do a braid. And that will sit for another 15 to 20 minutes. And then I will have myself a beautiful bread to bake. I'll try to make some dinner rolls as well this time from the dough. So I'm just going to make sure that I have 3. I'm going to make sure I have 3 bread loaf tins. And 1, 2. I need a third one. So I'll do the pull apart dinner rolls, and I'll do 2 loaves. My husband loves bread. I will eat bread, but I'm not as big a fan. But I do like homemade bread, so that makes a difference for me. So just like that, I'm set. I will butter them. Let's get the brush so I can butter them up and have them ready. Okay, I found the brush. I should cover that flour. Get a piece of saran wrap for that. And tomorrow, at least when I'm ready to start baking, I will be halfway ahead of. So, what I do sometimes, for something like this, I put a little bit of baking powder. Not much. Put a bit of baking powder. And because it's cocoa cinnamon, I put a little bit of cinnamon in the dough. So I'm just prepping it, which means I have to do it now. But this will be done tomorrow, not now. And because it's a yeast bread, cocoa cinnamon rolls, I don't do them with yeast. Put like a teaspoon of yeast. And now it's prepped. So tomorrow, I'll add a little bit of sugar in it from now too. So tomorrow I'll just add the milk. And as I've told you before, just keeping the orange peel in your sugar prevents it from getting overly lumpy. Unless it came lumpy to you in the first place, then that's a different story, right? I'm just making a bit more space on the table by moving things out. Okay. So keep it for me until I'm ready to use it in the morning. I'm thinking I'm going to use another piece of saran wrap just because I don't like how it's pulling up at the sides. But that's me prepping my dough material for the cocoa cinnamon rolls. Now, technically, you could make cocoa cinnamon rolls with just baking powder. But from when I was young, I learned to make these with yeast. So it's my default way to making it. But if I'm somewhere and I don't have yeast, I would still make it. What I would do is use some oils and melted butter, if that's available to me, to make sure that I'll set this aside. So I have something there I can start tomorrow. I'm just gonna butter my pans. I rinse them, so I'm just making sure the excess water is out. Can you guys see okay what I'm doing here? I hope so. I have 2, I have 3 3 loaf tins. And I'm just gonna butter them. And that's all I needed in there. So just go ahead and I butter the tins so that the moisture will be there for the loaf when I put it in, and it won't stick to the sides. Okay. There we go. That one's ready. Now I'm doing this one. There we go. And I'm doing the last one now. There we go. And this is now ready for my bread. I leave this here, mise en bean. Sometimes I like to brush a bit of butter on top of my dough. So I think I would want it more on this one. It's not likely to go all the way down. Yeah, so that's ready. And if I look at my dough, it's rising nicely. See that? It's coming together really nice. So, Alexa, how much time left on my timer?
You have 17 minutes and 41 seconds.
So I have 17 minutes left on my timer. I'm gonna go ahead and bottle up my spice while I'm waiting on that. Saw me showing you earlier. I'd ground the cloves, but because it gets, the moistures get released when you grind it, it got all clunky. So I just allowed it to air dry a bit. Now I think I can add it to my jar without it clunking up in there. So I just poured it in directly into my jar. Should be enough to fill it. Or come close to filling it. Ah, I was wrong. Just halfway. But it's enough. It's going to last me for a little bit. I'm just going to make sure that there's no clumps. No, there are not. So now I have cloves, can add to my cocoa cinnamon bun in the morning when I make it. And or anything else that I want to make. I'm low on star anise. I need to get some. Mind you, I got some star anise paste. I'm not sure if I'm ready to try it out yet. Maybe I'll do it when I'm doing something savory. So just like that, all my prep is done. I'm literally now just waiting on the dough to come. Just washing my hands real quick. Find out when you're in the kitchen, you do end up washing your hands a lot, just because your hand on so many different things. And you want to make sure that you're not transferring something from one thing to another. And also you want to make sure that your hands remain clean. So you're always going to be finding yourself washing your hands. The problem for me though is that the water here in Toronto is very hard. So it dries out my skin really bad. So I typically have to wear a glove when I'm doing dishes or having my hand in the water for a long time. If not, my hand get extremely dry. Yeah, I like to always have boiling water, hot water in my kitchen, and I just realized my kettle is now low. So I'm just gonna fill that up. You hear the water running, that's what's happening. And then I'm gonna put it to boil. That way I have a full kettle, taking the maximum setting for it to boil, and I am done. So now I wait on this, and I will work the dough to get what I want. Let me know. I see I have 3 persons online right now with me. Do you guys want to see me making the bread, or should I just jump off? I still have another few minutes to wait for the timer. It's a good size. It's not quite doubled yet, but that's my dough. Do you think I should wait online for it to be ready? It should be another 15 minutes. Or should I jump off and start back the stream when I'm making the bread? Give me a thumbs up if you think I should jump off and come back on when the bread is ready to be made. Or a heart or something, some indication. What do you say? All right. I'm going to take the fact that you guys jumped off, so that I should come back when this is ready to be turned into a bread. All right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I've been on here a little bit over an hour. And I just want to remind you, eat to live rather than live to eat. That way the quality of your life will be so much better. Just because you're intentional in what you eat, right? Thanks for stopping by. I'll come back on when my bread is ready to become, my dough is ready to become bread. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Thank you guys. Take care. And I'll see you shortly. Okay? Bye.